For the culture. For the culture. Culture. The culture. Culture. For the culture.
Yes. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Tamel Cuts, proud owner of Uppercuts Barber Shop.
Hey, this is Lonnie Horn, proud owner of World Class Faders and World Class Stylist Barbershop and Salon.
You're watching another episode of For the Culture podcast going down every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And like my guy Rick would say, the clubhouse is officially open, Jack. Yo, man.
What's up, man? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday.
I got you, player. I got you.
Hey, man. Happy Tuesday to all of y'all. We keep learning that there's more people on than the number shows, because I'll talk to people and they're like, hey, man, I was on there and this, and I'm like, I didn't see you on there. So just happy Tuesday to any and everybody who's giving us their time on this here Tuesday. We appreciate y'all. If anybody is here on IG, please click the link in our bio or go to photoculturepodcast.com and jump on with us, because we got a really amazing show tonight.
Yes, and for the ones that are just watching from the outs, we would like to see you guys come in. Use your YouTube, sign in, get in here, get in the comments, be a part of the show. We really want to hear from you guys, so do that.
Yes.
And while y'all at it, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Tell all your friends, tell anybody that's a barber, a stylist, anybody in the hair industry. We want them part of this journey as well. So go.
Yes. It's man, this is I'm so excited to get going. It's good to see you, man. You look fresh after this weekend. We got a lot to talk about with this here weekend. But I am curious about what you got on, because you look like you're copying me or something, man. Or I'm copying you. I don't know which one it is. Oh, you got it. Let me get out your way, homie. Let me get out your way. Then won't you just let me do my job. I'm moving to
Yes, so I got the I did a retwist because we had something special going on. So I ain't really got nothing on my head because I want to keep it as fresh as possible. But what I do have, that cab. See, let me move this out the way. Move out the way real quick. I'll be right back there. Yeah, boy. Yeah, culture in motion. Yeah, that's me right there. Y'all look.
Hey, I was gonna say that dude look familiar on there, man. That dude look familiar on there.
My partner right there.
That's okay. That's me. That's me when I didn't get to my my large at that time yet. And then we got the bird eater right there. We got Jeezy, our new barber brother.
The bird eater, yeah.
Yeah, man. And you ain't got nothing on the crown today. You just got the locks on there.
The locks.
Been looking clean, kept it up. And if y'all didn't get to see what he had on my chest, I also got the damn Cap City Showcase memorabilia shirt. It was one of the dopest events we have ever thrown, and that is a hard statement to say, because we have had some really heavy hitting, powerful barber love events. We got to find a new word though, barber beauty love, because we done expanded outside the barbering industry, man, and so this has this shirt really means a lot. So anyway, that's the Cap City Showcase shirt, and then on the crown, I proudly wear my barber love hat, because that's what it all stems from, is this barber love. So we appreciate that. Yes, it's that series. I'm coming. And if y'all don't know why we do this every Tuesday, we like to just bless the people that have blessed us with their apparel. And we get blessed all around the country with these items. So instead of just throwing them in our closet, we put them on, and we have a segment where we thank them by displaying their gear. If you want to send us a size large each, then you can do it. You could do so at the address below. It's 8011 Watt Avenue, one of the best shops in Sacramento area. Yes. So please do. We would love to sport your gear. This here week, we're sporting our own gear that we're proud of.
Yes, sir.
All right, my man. I think it's just time to tell them who we be rocking and rolling with.
The best barbers and shop owners know that aside from customer service, presentation is everything. I mean, look around. If you want to grow long term, you have to show up professional and legit. That's exactly why I started Focal Fuse, to help brands look like industry leaders without the extra BS. Focal Fuse has helped some of the biggest names in the barber and beauty industry bring their brands and expos to life to feel 100% like them. And availability is limited, but if you know we have to work together, just send a message, we'll have a quick conversation, and I'll take care of the rest. Peace.
All your favorite barbers love it.
I love it.
This is the Barber Digital Business Card.
Barbers! It's 2025, bro. We got the digital business cards now. Not only do they work amazing, they also make you look cool. They help you stand out, bro. When you go up to somebody, you have them tap your card like this, and then all your contact information pops right up. Boom. Whatever you want them to see. Right? I have my websites and stuff all set up, but whatever you want them to see pops right up on their phone. How dope is that?
Do it proper. Get Barber.
Barber's Illustrated Magazine, the #1 magazine built for the craft. Featuring the freshest cuts, top barbers, tool reviews, and real industry stories. Get the magazine your shop should have had yesterday. Print subscriptions just $9.99. Digital subscriptions only $3.99. Single print issues $12.99 and digital single issues $4.99. Tap in today and level up your barbershop game. Barber's Illustrated Magazine, join the movement. Welcome to the world of barbering.
Yeah.
Bills are paid, man. Bills are paid.
I love it,
Hey,
man.
hey, ask me what I did last weekend.
Oh, snap.
Hey,
Okay.
I
That
know.
boy.
I know this.
That boy on point today, y'all. Let's ask T Melly Mel, and I seen some people jump over from Instagram, so y'all right on time to talk about this. T, what you do last weekend, homie?
Man, I went to Sacramento's biggest barber event ever. It was hosted by these two cool cats, United Barbers Club and 360 Jeezy. And we had Tay cutting up from out of Atlanta teaching a social media class. We had Frank the Barber out of Orlando, Florida, teaching an advanced share class, as well as Marvy Mar from New York teaching a business branding class. And bro, I'm telling you, I was thoroughly impressed. I love the turnout. We had dope swag bags from Organsky products, as well as Booksy and Stylecraft. If anybody was there at that event, get in the comments. Let us know what you thought. I'm going to let Lon talk about what he did later that day.
Man, we had such a good time. The education was bananas. We also had special guests even fly in for the education. We had Tara the Barber from Razor Sharp podcast. We had Brandy Lachey, the original Barber Doll, flying from Atlanta. Lauren the Legend flying from Atlanta. We had Girl Barber 87 come all the way from Southern California. Man,
Ty Barber sign.
Oh,
Sacramento.
Yes, Ty. So what was dope to me for that was Ty's our barber brother. You know, we'd been involved with him since, you know, the beginning or close to the beginning.
Yeah.
And Ty's been an educator for us at our events. What was dope was he was there as an attendee. Like, he bought a ticket, you know what I'm saying? And we didn't even know. So to look and see him in the audience, I was like, oh, this is fire. We had Bebe Latina come all the way down from the Bay Area. This is in education, though. This is just in the education. Later on that day, man, we went hard at the Hair Jam at Rockin' Brews. Shout out to Rockin' Brews for being the home of the Hair Jam, man. That's our arena for the Hair Jam. We had 40 showcases. All the showcases killed it. Killed it. There was barbers, cosmos, nail techs, estheticians. They were doing makeup, braiders. Dude, it was so beautiful, and it's a trip because it wasn't just us saying it was beautiful. Their telling us that they have never experienced anything like this, man. So now you're in the party, you got Jeezy walking around, Marv walking around, Brandy walking around. It was beautiful, man. It was beautiful.
One of my highlights of that evening was definitely at the hair jam. This has happened several times at our hair jams. Is people come up to us and say, "Man, I just got an opportunity for a job, or I just got an opportunity for this, and I'm tying up with this guy and that lady." And I'm like, "That's what it's about, bro. That's what it's about for us."
Yeah,
Creating
man.
Some pathways for possible connections to happen. So.
Shout out to G Cuts. This guy flew all the way from Mississippi. He didn't
bruh.
know nobody. He seen the flyer, flew all the way from Mississippi. Shout out to Zach with the finger brush.
From
This
LA.
dude seen the videos, jumped on the podcast, flew up from LA, walked to the front door, no ticket, no nothing, bag full of his products, trying to get it cracking. And ended up buying a ticket, coming in, and then giving away a brush on stage with us. And then out of all people, we give it to Brandy Lachey. And then this guy is like instantly like his product is out there now. It's gonna be so fire, man. Willie Money Blends. It was a dope, inspiring event. Man, how did I not see Willie Money Blends?
Yeah,
that's how packed it was, man.
Willie.
That's how packed it was. Man, what was a big takeaway you got from this, man?
I just told you. Missed it.
Okay. That was your big takeaway?
My big takeaway, well, no. So that's something that just that's like, man, this is why we do this. Sometimes you question like, why do we put so much work into something like this? And it's those moments like that when people make amazing connections. I remember
you did say that. You did.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. All right. Well, you ain't got to say it again.
Thank you, man.
I wanted a bigger takeaway. Hey, you know what's dope for me, man, is business deals happen for us in these situations.
Yes.
Honestly, this event, the partnership with Jeezy, happened at an event. So we have a lot of people that be thinking like, should I go? I'll be thinking about going. And I'm like, if it's that close to you, it sounds crazy to me to not go. Shout out to Jay Marr. He said, I missed it. I hope you didn't miss it because you was at home chilling, man. Because this was something where they came out to see y'all. They came out to see everybody. I don't know if Jay Marr's still up in Northern Cali. I think he was in Southern Cali for a minute. But if you was up here, that's crazy to miss it, man, to have all these people coming in town to check us out and from other states. So if you are around here when we do these things, man, we've been telling all of our local shops, don't play. Like, get out there. People are actually investing to come and get this stuff. So it's right here in your backyard, man. It's right here in your backyard. Shout out to all the vendors. Shout out to our family. Our families is our committee. They run this thing behind the scenes for us. There's no way we can do it without them. They organize. Actually, they run us. They organize everything. And no, he didn't. J Mar said, I'm still in SAC. I always miss it. Well, I got something scheduled. I'll be at the next. Okay, cool. He got something scheduled. As long as you just say, I just missed it. I was chilling. Yeah. Hey, Jay, for real though, man, I'm going to challenge you, man. This is important. It's not just to sell a ticket or anything, man. It's just the things that we see happening there, like Tamel said, and what I was just mentioning. I just think it's crazy for somebody to miss this in your backyard. So look out for the next one, man. We will be announcing dates again soon. And like I said, a lot of things were already happening and stirring up just from that one night. All right. Dude, we could talk about that all day. So we got a guest tonight that I'm excited about. But I want to thank everybody. It almost feel like we should have just did a live just for the event. And maybe we should consider that, and just everybody that went while the momentum is still up, because the post is going crazy. And you're going to be seeing posts for the next few weeks because that's how much of a vibration it was. All right, man. I'm ready, man. I'm ready, boy. All right, boy. I'm excited about this. Speaking of hometown heroes, speaking of Sacramento, just beastie moments and beastie people, man. This guy right here is a pioneer. To us, he opened the floodgates for people like us to do some of the things that we're doing to draw this attention to Sacramento barber scene. This guy is an innovator, hustler, a little bit of a hooper, from what I can remember. A little bit of a hooper from what I can remember.
He might say a lot of bit of a hooper.
What I like about this dude, man, I don't really like using the word boss a lot, but he just really is a leader, man. I've seen him breed a lot of heavy hitters, and I think that's what really stood out to me, man. It's kind of like how you see a G unit, you know what I'm saying? You see, you know what I'm saying? You like, I seen him breed some heavy hit. J Mar, you know what I mean? Ty Barber side, you know what I'm saying? This guy opened one of the hottest barbershops in Sacramento, man. Like, we never seen nothing like that before, and it was just one of them shops where if you're in Sacramento, you got to go see this, y'all. Another thing about this guy, he's an inventor. This dude created one of the dopest blade setters, man. And it just showed that barbers could do anything that they want to, man. This dude is more than a dude. He's more than a man. He's more than a barber. He's a brand. He killed it by bringing you the Rich Barber brand. Hey, I'm gonna curse in my intro. He's an effing author. I'm serious, man. This dude don't even know. He don't even know how much I admire him, man. He's an author, and he's a hustler. And then he got swag, man. The dude I just like him, man. I like him a lot. And he always supported the United Barbers Club. It was sad to see him leave, but it was also a salute because I seen him grow even more. So I could go on another page, y'all. Yeah, I know. But we're going to stop right there. Shut up, fool. We're going to stop right there so we can bring him in and introduce y'all to the one and only Chuka the Barber. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you did. Chuka.
What you doing? What you want, man? What's that?
Hold on, that audio. We got to get that audio right, Chuka.
What you got going on, love? Stop. All right, say something, Chuka. Let's make sure your audio good.
Testing. Good? No?
Nope.
It's all right.
We tested it earlier. We had him right. So
how's mine sound, T?
Fantastic.
Okay. Hey, y'all don't go nowhere. Why? This technical stuff.
Good. Let's see. Say something.
Testing.
It's a little better.
Testing.
Yeah. Sound further away, but more clear.
Okay. What about now?
Oh yeah. We in there.
Okay.
Yeah. You in
Chuka!
there.
What's up with it, man?
What's up, brother?
Appreciate the intro, man.
Hey, I seen you smiling back there. But you know what, man? I got an opening question I like to ask, but I want to tell you this. If you ain't figured it out, me and this guy, we don't play about flowers, man. You know, and it's no fluff or nothing. It's real. And what I'm saying to you, I would say behind you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad you was able to sit back and you had to hear it. You know, sometimes somebody trying to give it to you, like, all right, bro, thank you. No, you sit back and you had to hear it. So, man, I'm gonna start with this, man. Why barbering?
Oh man, I kind of did. To be honest, I never wanted to be a barber. Never did. I grew up cutting my own hair at a young age, at like 10 years old, because we couldn't afford haircuts. So, always had like a afro, and my mom, she would just cut my shit with some scissors, some paper mates and shit, because I was so I never went to the barbershop, so I didn't know like anything about barbershop, the culture, nothing like that. So just started cutting my own hair at a young age, and I wanted to be fresh for picture day, and so that was the first time I cut my hair. Actually, my younger brother's dad was supposed to cut it for me. And I was always out all night. I was one of them kids that was just like running the streets all night. I came home too late, and he wasn't trying to cut me. He was like, "It's too late. You missed out." So he cut my little brother, but I didn't get cut. So I went in the bathroom and started doing that shit myself. And I remember when I like got to the back and I'm looking at it like a flat mirror. I'm like, how do I see the back? And he was like, grab another mirror. And I did that and I was able to see the back. And so, I fucked my shit up for picture day, but I thought it was fly at the time. I actually put that picture in my book. And yeah, that's how it all started. I just started cutting my hair from there on. I got 2 brothers. I started cutting them. People in my neighborhood, I would cut them, but I never really like promoted it as like something that I wanted to do. And because I was a hooper, like you said, and I wasn't just a little bit of a hooper. I was a hooper. Get that motherfucker right. But that was my dream. You know what I mean? So it wasn't. So I never looked at anything else to do. It was like I wanted to hoop. Like that was my shit. So I never thought I'd be a barber, but I got my homie Kelvin, good friend of mine, and I remember, he would say like, "Nigga, you need to be a barber, nigga. Them niggas be pulling out stacks of dough, nigga. Like he'll go to the barber shop, and back then y'all niggas did all cash, right? So he would go to the shop and get cut. So he would like tell me, and I'll be like, nah. But eventually, like, I had some things happen, and hoop ended, and then it was kind of like that thing I had developed, that skill. And when I really looked into it and started really like contemplating it, I saw the opportunity in it too. I was like, damn, like, the ability to, like it was no caps. It gave me freedom. I could determine my own value. It gave me flexibility. It gave me opportunity. And, when I signed up and got in Barber College, which was in the SD Mart, I don't know if y'all niggas remember the SD Mart.
On Mac.
Yeah, which is basically like a swap meet type shit. Yeah. So the Barber College was like a blocked off section in like a swap meet. So it was just the walls. You can look over the wall. It was like a little, like what's the like the shit the walls,
little partitions, partitions.
Yeah, cubicles.
And then the stations were just like a little. A board stuck into the wall with those little hooks screwed in them.
Stop.
And yeah. So that was my Barber College. I'm on Mac Road, and y'all already know how it go down out there. You know what I mean? So yeah, I went there, but I just like locked in. You know what I mean, from the gate, and it was just really hungry for it. And yeah, so it wasn't what I wanted to do. It wasn't a dream or anything like that. But once I saw myself doing it and put myself in position to do it, then that dream started to grow and that vision started to grow. You know what I mean? And I always wanted to be like rich and successful because I come from poverty. I come from nothing. You know what I mean? So I never understood growing up real young. Like I hated it. I never wanted, and I was conscious of it real young, real young. And we never owned a car growing up. Like my mom was a single mom. She had my oldest brother she was pregnant at like 16, had him like 17. And then and she was like on her own and stuff like that. And it was just always this hunger to really get out of that situation. And so I always wanted to make sure I did something that allowed me to grow, And
you knew you wanted to be successful. You knew you wanted to be stable. Where was that at? Where were you? Where were you raised at?
Sacramento. So Alkali Flats, Zapata Park. So it's like these government subsidized housing. I don't know if y'all ever, it's right there. Yep. In that park.
CV, right?
CV Circle.
CV Circle is a little further down.
Oh, you talking about 47?
Flats, so like 10th and E, like Alkali Flat, Light Rail Station.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Park. Yeah. So it was just a block, and it was a block that was always like active and popping, and you had 2 apartment complexes with the park in the middle, and that's where we all hooped and everything, hung out and all that. So my childhood was very adventurous, you know what I mean? Because it was just like always something to do. And we hooped and we did all kind of shit right there. But yeah, that's where I was at. You know what I mean?
How long was it that you became a barber, then you became a shop owner? How long were you a barber?
That was like maybe about 5 years. I got licensed at 24. So I probably opened up my first shop around 29 or something.
Do you care to say some of the shops that you worked in, if it was 1 or 2?
Oh, yeah. So I started at Division 1 in Elk Grove. Division 1. Yeah. So rest in peace to Ben, who was the owner of it. And I started off there. Then I did.
That's where some of your development start coming from, when you start doing the blades.
Yeah. So early on, the whole time I was a barber, like I think the first year, like I've always started other businesses. So I always had I had a transportation business. So I used to have people come, like older dudes and my homies coming to the barbershop to pick up their checks, you know what I mean? Because they worked for me. So I was running so I always had like something else going. And I had a bunch of shit that failed. But yeah, started off at 24 in the shop in Division 1 in Elk Grove. And the reason I went there is, again, my homie Kelvin, he told me that's where he would go. And he was like, them niggas charging $20 a cut out there. You know what I mean? And back then, like,
yeah, that's a big
Elk
deal.
Grove was that suburb that was like, growing, and, you had the working class there.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't want to be, you know what I mean, where the other shit go down. So I was like, you know what I mean, let me check that shop out. Got in there. They had a talented barber in it, Rob. I don't know if y'all know Rob. Rob was very talented. There was another cat there that had a good reputation. I never met him, but I always heard great things about him. So I went there, but it wasn't. It was a learning experience, but it was like that shop was always something going on. Like,
wow,
it was a lot of activity in regards to just conflict.
Let's stay in that area before we move on to you actually coming up with the name and everything for your shop. You were there, and I remember I think it was Rigo, the one that sells product out here now. He was telling me about you because you had the blades you were selling.
Yeah, the modified blades.
The modified blades.
For those that don't know, you know what I mean? Like, I termed it that. You know what I mean? That was the term I gave it. You know what I mean? Like,
tell him, bruh. Tell him. Yeah. Your things was hitting, bruh. And it was something new for us, so everybody was trying to get their hands on that.
Yeah.
What made you develop that, and how did you come about doing that? And are you still doing those blades, or you moved on from something?
Well, I invented the blade modifier because that was a service that we was doing. So I did it. So it was a trip because that wasn't my original idea, that modified blades. But when I went to that shop, there was cats in there that was already up on game, but they used to not share game back then. You know what I mean? Like, no one was sharing game back then. So, like, when niggas used to leave the shop, the niggas that was popping, I'll go check out their clippers, be expecting them up. I'll be expecting them. I'm like, how that nigga shit hit like that?
Hey.
And they want to tell, like, I didn't know. And they say it's the spritz or it's the alcohol. I'm like, nah, nigga, that ain't all it is. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? So once I got up on game with that, I got into the youth. I was just sharing game. You know what I mean? So I shared it, and I provided as a service for it. And that kind of got me started, you know what I mean, in the industry. And that was around the time when I started the Rich Barber. Actually, was one of the products when I first started.
Did you have the name before you had the business?
Yeah.
Same time, bro. So I remember having this, conversation with myself when I was starting the brand, because I was into this. Like, this was what I wanted to call it, but at the time I didn't have, that. The material things that would represent that, right? The things that people usually judge, rich by, right? But I knew, like, in my mindset, like, to me, it was like, it was a mindset, it was the identity, it was the concept itself. It was the thing that was going to guide my thinking and guide my actions. And so, once I kind of understood that, like, it start with your concept of self. If you have a low concept of yourself, then you're going to operate a certain way. And I didn't want to just be a barber. Like I said, I wanted to always be rich, right? So I didn't want to imitate a barber that was operating just as that limited space. Not saying there was something wrong with it, but for me, like, I seen the limitations in thinking and just imitating barbers and just going in the shop and just imitating. So I was like trying to develop a mindset beyond that. And so the Rich Barber was me putting it out there and holding myself accountable to it and putting it out there as my own prophecy, and being able to, like, put that faith to the test publicly. Because growing up in poverty, like, criticism, it was one of those fears I had. You know what I mean? I remember, like, it's like when you in poverty, you get rejected everywhere you go. You know what I mean? Like, rejection. And I remember that since a young child, and even being in school and shit like that. And and at young, we just on our own defending our, it was that type of game. So like, you kind of have that, and you're like, but I wanted to, I didn't want to not do it and regret it, right? So I wanted to kill that doubt. I wanted to kill that fear. So I was like, I'm gonna call it the Rich Bar. That's what I wanted, and that's what I did. So although it didn't, like, material things didn't represent it, people didn't see it, I wasn't, having the things that people would classify as being, like, rich and successful, but I knew
The material things weren't there yet, but you.
Yeah.
So is it safe to say the material wasn't there yet, but you start doing? The self-help books and the motivation books. I always tell people, chapter 1 is always about mindset. They don't even get into the techniques until they go through that. Yeah. And I'm listening. It sounds like we're listening to your chapter 1. So you first had to convince yourself that you had a rich mindset. How long would you say?
I had to have a vision. I had to be able to imagine myself and actually believe that I could have it. You know what I mean? A lot of times coming from poverty, you don't even believe you can have it. You might think you can have it or you might want it, but you got to really how do you really, really prove to yourself that you really believe that? And then how do you also, there's going to be times where you doubt. So how are you going to anchor yourself to that vision, right? Put it out there publicly. You know what I mean? Share it, brand it. I can't forever go around being a broke barber, nigga. My shit called a rich barber. You know what I mean? So it anchored me back to my vision every time. A lot of times we can drift off from the vision. You know what I mean? But we got to go back to the model. You know what I mean? And the model was the rich barber. You know what I mean? So every time I might drift or go off, and I go back to the vision, go back to the model. You know what I mean? And it just anchored me there. And it didn't give me no choice but to continue to pursue that.
I like that, man. And you were one of the first out of Sacramento, man, to really crack on YouTube. And you built a national presence, man. Like that was fire, because I didn't even really realize that you was in Sacramento. It reminded me of Jeezy. I didn't realize he was right down the way in Vacaville at first. So you and Jeezy's videos were like some of my earliest YouTube videos, man. Did you know what you were building at that time, or were you just moving?
I'll be honest, bro. Like I didn't realize the opportunity that was there. I took it for granted like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Yeah. But at the same time, I never really wanted to do that shit either, though. You know what I mean? Like I could do it, and I don't mind doing it to a certain extent, but I didn't never want to be a content creator. But my older brother actually was the one that would tell me to do YouTube, and I would do it, and he'd be like, my brother be trying to build his subscribers and wanting to be that. And me, I don't even care about the shit.
and it's just happening.
And my shit happening, you know what I mean? It's popping. And they used to be like, why you know what I mean? But it was something, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to do certain things, but that's kind of how I had to enter the game. And it's cool. Like, I don't mind doing content, but I don't want to have to be producing the content in regards to like the post editing and all this shit. Like, that's really not my ability. That's not my unique ability. I mean, I feel like it actually takes away from my genius, what I'm actually good at. And I got away from that too. And that's a lot of times you got so many influencers trying to tell you how you need to operate, and you lose yourself in the influence because they trying to sell you a product and they trying to tell you, you need to be like this, you need to be like, you should. But it's like, okay, like my shit is building innovation. That's how I always won, nigga. I always won coming up with ideas, solving problems, and building a product.
Yes, sir.
You getting into what I wanted to know, like what is Chuka's lane? What is your lane? If the content creating just came with what you was pushing, it came with. But what's your lane?
Model, right?
Yeah.
It's an aspect of the business model, but it's not my genius. It's not my I could. And the thing is I can do it, and that was one of the others. Is like, okay, I can do it, but at the same time, it's like, you know, eventually I knew this time would come where shit gets saturated because everybody could do it, right? So I knew like how even with this whole pivot these last 4 years I've been gone because I'll be reading the stuff back in 2018, 19 about what's going to happen in the future, right?
Mm-hmm.
About I knew, I'll read books 2018, 19 where they're talking about there's going to be a day you can tell the computer how to build your website and to do it, and what's happening today, you can fucking do it, right?
Yeah.
So 4 years ago I realized I had to be honest with myself and be like, currently the way I was operating ain't gonna get me to my target where I'm trying to go. It's just not the economic. It's just not possible. So I had to pivot, and then I had to build my company and take a step back and build my company for the future, right? Build my product and company for the future. So that's what I've been doing. And but to go back to what was the question that you had in regards to that, because you was asking, you said something while I was talking.
What was your actual lane. I think you kind of explained it in pieces, because if YouTube wasn't the lane, and you didn't just explain it, you actually solve other people's problems along the way, because we talk about this all the time. There's a big thing where everybody wants to be what they think they're seeing, and you just broke it down like you think you seeing something. I look like a YouTuber. I'm not no damn YouTuber. You like, that's part of the business model, but I'm really focused on A, B, C, and D. So yeah, that was my question. Like, what were those other priorities? What were those other priorities over YouTube and for you?
Well, yeah, because it's important to create that distinction between like what business are you really in, and I see this happening to barbers these days. It's like they worried about, they trying to put something out there for barbers. It's like, nigga, you a barber, nigga, you need clients. Like, that's what you're trying to build right now. But you focus, like, what business are you currently in what business are you in? You know what I mean? Like, if you can't capitalize on other barbers right now, then why are you so concerned about what they think about what you're doing? That's not even your market right now. So me, like, for me, I realized, like, you know, I'm in the, like, my unique ability. Entrepreneur, the way I look at it is the entrepreneur, and I have my company, right? The entrepreneur is a visionary. I'm the one that come up with the idea, the visions, or whatever. I have a collaboration relationship with my company, but I'm not my company, and I can look at myself as an extension of my company, but my company does the predictable things and the things that's repeatable and things of that nature. I create value in the marketplace, and I give it to my company to multiply it. And then I go back and create value for the marketplace, and I give it to my company, and they multiply it, right? I could wear multiple hats, but again, it's like, you know, I got to be careful with that at the same time, because I'd rather have some IP all day long than be making content, because I got to keep making content. I got to taste.
What does that mean for people who that might have went over their head? What does that mean, what you just said right there? I'd rather have IP.
Some intellectual property, meaning an asset, a moat around my product and my business. The thing is, lucky for me, early on, I got patents early with the blade setter, the first invention, the blade setter. Then the flash comb, I'm gonna drop a new version of that. But then the blade modifier. Have you seen any new blade modifiers on the market?
No,
I seen them attempt. I seen it attempted, but not recently. But I seen it attempted, and I thought, wait a minute, didn't Chuka start this? Like,
he had the.
But have you seen like a blade modifier?
No, I see setters.
The setter,
no
setter.
modifier.
Yeah, my bad, setter.
Okay, so that's because you can't. I own that concept. I own that. So when I dropped that product and selling it for $32. Nigga, you can't go get it somewhere else. And I ain't got to compete with 1,000 other motherfuckers selling the same shit and running down my profit margin. There ain't no profit in the copycat game in the first place. You know what I mean? So I don't want to play that game. The copycat, it ain't fun. Ain't no profit in that motherfucker. And it's a struggle. But when you invent shit and you got a moat and you got some IP or something that's actually unique to the marketplace, bro, it's a fun game. Business becomes fun.
Okay, I got to jump in here real quick, man. Let me tell you something. We talking about stuff that me and this we having a conversation. This ain't an interview. So we're supporters of yours, and so we know what you're talking about. I want to make sure that you dropping so much game. I don't want it to go over people's heads. So some people don't know what it is you invented, man. Like, what are these things? What was your first invention and why?
So the first invention was the on the money 10-second blade setters, right? So that was the fastest, easiest way to set your blades in the world, right? So and nigga, we was 3D printing them motherfuckers when we first started. Like, and we were selling so much, that I had to buy another 3D printer. So I had a dude that was running that 3D printer all day long, 24/7. And then before I took it to China, so that was my first invention. Then I did the flash cone, which the flash cone was the craziest reaction I ever got live out of all my products. The execution was poor though, poor execution. Product wasn't designed right. It was maybe early, maybe the components, the compressedness that we needed.
I bought one.
The original vision, it didn't come out the way I envisioned it. I learned a lot from that, and I'm actually going to drop 2.0. I can make it as thin as a fucking comb with a light on. I still got the patent on it, bro. I still got like 9 more years. You know what I mean? And then, but when I did live with that, cutting it, bro, like, motherfuckers want like, but then when you touch it, and it was just poor execution. So the third invention was the most successful one, the blade modifier, right? Again, I started the modified blades. I turned it blew up. Everybody was doing it. Remember, there was a time where you go on Instagram and everybody was selling modified blades. Everybody was trying to get a little bit. That's the blade setter. Yep.
I had that one.
There was a time when a lot of people were modifying blades, buying them wholesale, modifying them, and upselling them. And that's what I started doing. But I knew it wasn't scalable like that. And I remember being like, fuck, I'm hiring people to do it. They're not showing up. Like, I got to buy wholesale. And then by the time I sell it, the profit margin's small. It's a service. It's not scalable, right? So when I came up with the blade modifier idea, I solved that problem. I gave you something that you can do all your blades with, multiple blades. You ain't got to hit me up for the service. And it's more affordable. You save money. It's faster. And you can customize your preference and how much you want to modify it. So that just changed the game, and that just took off. You know what I mean? It solved the problem. And it when you solve problems, it ain't like you gotta market it overly, or you don't gotta like a lot of when everybody's selling the same shit, everybody manipulating you on why it's different when it ain't really different. You know what I mean? They telling you it might be a different color, it might be a different. You know what I mean? But like it's the same shit.
That's
you know what I mean? So, but solving a problem, people say, "Oh, I got that problem." That's all it is. It's like you solved my problem, so I want that product. It's a lot simpler, like relationship with the customer. It's like, look, I just solved your problem. That's all it is. I don't gotta tell you nothing else. You see that it solved your problem. So that just took off because it just solved people's problems. It gave them that at home. It gave it to them at affordable cost, and they could do multiple blades. You know what I mean? So it saved them money and stuff like that. So it was just a winning product. And we sold a lot of those. Yep.
That's the modifier.
Right. This is so for people that didn't understand. I just felt that would be unfair because we got so much to dive in with this guy. We know, but we don't know all the details. So this is so fun to keep. I mean, this is a hustler too. He be moving, so it ain't like we sitting there talking to him one-on-one all the time. So this is our chance to slow him down, sit for a minute, and us to dig in. So I'm glad y'all kind of understand what's going on there. But we moving around because it's so many different components of this guy and this brand. The Rich Barber, it became more than a name, man. I mean, it was a mindset. Like,
bro,
it's like y'all look like I said in the intro. It was like the G unit of barbers, man. Like it was just bananas when you come down J Street on Sacramento. It's like you ain't passing by 26, 27 without trying to look in there and just see, or we stopping. We stopping to say, what's up, man? Like, what does it mean to be a Rich Barber, to those people? What mindset did you sell them to pull those kind of hitters in?
And this was all before you probably even had the method down. You was creating cats. What was that? What kind of boss were you? What kind of barbershop owner were you?
Well, I'm not the best manager, bro. I'll tell you that.
I like your honesty, man, for real.
Yeah, no, because I'm not, and that's another. I don't want to manage people, bro. You know what I mean? But and I didn't realize that until I opened up 2 more barbershops. Because it's different when I'm there, right? And just
yes.
But so the thing is that so this is because a lot of the story. This is what went down, right?
Hit us with the story.
Keep it real.
Let's keep it 100. We didn't have one of the hottest shops in Sac. We had one of the hottest shops in the country.
Man,
that was like, you know what I mean?
Bruh.
And
I'm sorry. Let me jump in there to co-sign that. Yeah. This boy had people flying out here to join his shop.
Yeah.
Like literally moving out of their state to come to be a part of the Rich.
Under his wing.
Yes. Carry on, but I wanted to add to that,
that's
man.
Factual.
Yeah, no, that's real shit. That's real shit. So look, that was a special situation, and I see J Mart here.
Yeah.
And you talked about Ty. So this was so I never wanted to own a shop. The story I got to owning the shop, we won't even go there. We'll just jump to, but I ended up owning the shop.
Part two. I do want to know why.
I do want to know why.
Yeah,
I worked in one, and I was like, nigga, why would I want one of these? So, but this was back then when it was like, I mean, the shop I first worked in, like it was like being on the block, like it wasn't it wasn't the culture I built. You know what I mean? So when I had my own shop, I was able to create the culture, differently. So then I was like, oh, I could probably own some of these. Then I started owning more and then realized, let me, put the brakes on that. But there was 6 stations. I had partial of the shop to start at first. I didn't have the whole thing. I ended up got the whole thing, but it was 6. And I had one of them. And then Ty came, and Zeta Barber came. And then Dunn the Barber came, and
Dunn was in that early lineup.
Yup.
I thought Dunn was later. I didn't know he was in the early lineup.
Dunn was early in the lineup. Yup. And then and then Deluxe, Daniel early in the lineup. You know what I mean? And so but yeah, they didn't come like that though. I'll tell you that.
I know, but you created the Avengers, bro. You created the Avengers.
What it was is that like I didn't have the method, but they were around me. They watched. You know what I mean? So I was talking. We was always with each other. I was talking to them, sharing game all the time. You know what I mean? And so it was a tight core, and it was like osmosis, and everybody just got on. Everybody was able to like get on, and it was a special team. It was a special moment, and it was a chemistry that just like took off. You know what I mean? And yeah, so out of 6 stations, one was kind of rotation in a way. I think Ladia was there, but mainly, Ladia was there. Yep, Ladia too.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Don, Zeta Barber, Ty, Deluxe, and then so that really laid that foundation. And then I expanded, ended up taking over the whole building, the whole more stations. And J Mart was my first apprentice, and so was Jay Faded.
We seen Jay from the beginning. Yeah,
we seen him in the beginning.
Matter of fact, when you was a vendor at one of our earlier events, that was when we first met Jay Faded. He was still the skinny little kid coming in, didn't know what he was. Man, that was fire to watch that boy.
We got some stories about that.
I want to hear him.
I bet.
Let's just
say,
can't tell them all. That Ohio small town, like we had to clean that nigga up. Like, nigga, leave that shit there. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean,
who was the first one behind you? You was already taking off. Who was that next one where you was like, damn, this boy? He got that rocket pack behind him.
I would say Ty was someone that you could see it kind of when he came, like he already had like this certain confidence that a lot of people don't have. You know what I mean? He was already like doing like his branding, like so Ty. So I don't remember exactly the order in which, but I remember when I met Ty, and he already had confidence. A lot of times when people they didn't really have no confidence like that. But Ty, I would say Ty was more of a special case. Yeah.
Do you feel
but like that core group, those first ones that came? Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because Dunn was transferring from corporate world. Yeah, he was like, he was like a manager in the corporate. I remember having conversations with him, because he was like, "Nigga, is this shit gonna work out?" Because nigga, I'm like, nigga, don't trip. Like,
he's like, I'm leaving the check. I'm leaving the check. Is this good?
I know what I'm doing, nigga. We gonna get it popping. It'll take a little time, but yeah, that was a core look.
How does it feel to you to be the owner you were, to develop, like I said, the Avengers, bro? These guys all branch off, and they all was under your wing to develop their own lane, to be people that are being flown out for shows or being taken on as brand ambassadors, all from the structure that you gave them. How does that make you feel? I mean, You still in connection with all of them? Y'all still holler at each
I
other?
don't really not too many. I mean, I don't really fuck with too many of them. I mean, we fell off on when I moved to LA, shit got weird. When I got out of town, shit got weird. But in regards to like how I feel about it, I mean, like it's from where we come from and our people, like I mean, in the black and brown community, and it's like nigga, as long if you win, like I want you to win. You know what I mean? I always wanted them niggas to win. You know what I mean? And whether I agree with certain ways niggas move or certain shit, you know what I mean? I always wanted you to win. You know what I mean? And if you helping other people win, you know what I mean? And continuing on that and doing it in a way that's, genuine and really wanting the best for people and you know what I mean? That I feel good about that because that's why, I spent the time. And even to this day, that's why, I'll spend the time with with the team and shit like that because I do want them to win. You know what I mean?
I witnessed that. I actually witnessed that, man. When we get off, I got a story to share with you that it helped me understand a little more about you. I wouldn't put it on air, but I want to also ask you, what made you make the move from Sacramento, and what were you chasing or stepping into at that time?
Moving out of Sacramento to LA.
Yeah, that's you had the cracking shop in LA.
I always wanted to be in a big city, bro. Ever since I always wanted to be where all the action was, bro, and just like nonstop. Like I love the action, the stimulation, I love just I need noise and act. Like I like the action because although Sacramento is the pace is a lot slower and stuff like that because you can't really compare LA and New York to like damn near. I mean, you just can't. These places,
right? I say that all the time.
But my neighborhood, my block, nigga, it was always popping. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't grow up in the suburbs where there's houses. You know what I mean? It just, so you got to, like, go to a community thing or go somewhere that, like, it was there. You know what I mean? Our world was there. It was active. It was always something to do. We had basketball. We had, like, it was just all kind of shit to do. And other kids, I mean, growing up in projects, like, it's struggle, it's poverty, but it's also active. You know what I mean? Because it's compressed and shit like that. So I'm used to stimuli, and I always liked, big opportunities. So I always wanted to be in LA. The thing is that I had a daughter, in Sac, and I wasn't gonna leave, out of town, my daughter in Sac. But when her mom was willing to move, I was like, what? I was like, so I moved them out here first, and then I came like 4 months later, and I was like. They went back during the pandemic, but this is where, you know what I mean, I always want to be. So that was one of your personal dreams, but you got this dream business flowing out here. How did what was your thoughts in your mind that, okay, I'm going to see if this still works from LA, or did you already know I'm going to eventually just totally transition to LA and leave Sacramento alone? I mean, I didn't really even think about all that, to be honest. When I moved to LA, I just got out here. You know what I mean? I didn't know start a shop or whatever. At the time, I was writing my book, but I just wanted to be out here, so I didn't really consider all that. Yeah, I don't even think I thought about that.
That's actually kind of cool, man. You just chased your dream. It's just cool to hear the mindset behind it, because we'll overthink things and we want to do something and we'll find every excuse not to. You just like, look, this is my window. My family could come out here. They ready. Let's go. And you just did it.
But you didn't just move to LA. You moved over there in West Hollywood,
right?
Beverly Hills. What made you choose that spot? Because that can't be cheap.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, bro, you making that much off of these modified tools and what, bro? You did it big, and it looks beautiful. I remember the couch that you had made for that place was the arm and the leg. And
man,
you was complaining about how long it was taking for them to get it to you, man. But
it's one, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody else.
One of one, see.
And that shop looked fire too. That shop. But to Tamel's question, what made you choose that area, West Hollywood?
Well, when I was in LA, sometimes I'll see like locations, and I might kind of like be like, oh, maybe it'd be cool to have a shop there. But I remember one time, I don't know how, somebody ended up showing me one location, and I was like, nah, I don't want this shit. And then he was like, well, I do got this other one. And I was like, let me see. He showed me this one. I was like, nigga, why you ain't just bring me to this one? but the thing is, bro, like, I'm not from LA, bro. I can't move to a big city where I'm not from and just do some regular ass shit. Ain't nobody gonna see me. Ain't nobody gonna pay no attention. So if I'm gonna do anything, nigga, and I wanna let my presence be known and actually like make people pay attention and bring eyeballs on me, I gotta do some big shit. I gotta come and do some shit that ain't no one else really doing. You know what I mean? And so that's what I did. So it wouldn't make sense to go and open up a regular. I'm not from here.
I feel you. You don't got that community. So like what? And then for people that don't know what's around you, what's around you? What's your immediate surroundings where you're located at? Because you on the Strip.
Yeah. So I mean, the Beverly Center is like a couple blocks down. Then we Beverly Hills like a half a mile or a few blocks down, and then so we're like borderline Beverly Hills, West Hollywood, and then we're on Beverly Boulevard. So it's West. I mean, it's a very like it's a place where people want to live. Nice community, active, a lot of shit to do, a lot of restaurants. You got clubs, you got just everything. It's one of those spots where people like to live. You know what I mean? So
now, how long you been there?
Shit's been like 7 years now.
Damn, time.
So you came there 7 years ago and nobody know you. Now, what's the story now?
Well, another thing, bro, like the connection, the people I meet that come to our shop, bro. You know what I mean? Like my Clint, my nigga, y'all gotta get my nigga Clint on here. I mean, if you talking about,
send him
and I don't want to put his business out there.
Yeah, send him to us.
Probably no, like making money as a barber. There's probably no other nigga that make as much as this nigga.
Send him our way.
I don't like I ain't never seen it. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna put it. I mean, but y'all gotta get my nigga Clint.
Yeah, we will.
Help us do that. Help us do that.
He originally from St. Lucia, lived in New York. He came out here, and that's my dog, man. And he he is one of those like blueprints for like if you're gonna do barbering and you're gonna do it right. And he don't complicate shit either. And like it ain't like and he, I mean, and he cut like, but the thing is, he cut ASAP Rocky came to the shop. That's his client now.
Oh, no.
Like we get celebrity, like we got. I mean, I meet my like some people. You just get a different experience of clientele. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so also, if I'm moving out to a place and I want to like build a network, I want to build a certain type of network. I don't go. I'm not like a friend builder type. Like I just be locked in doing my own shit. You know what I mean? So, but if we integrating on like some business shit, if we doing, then that's how I usually build my relationships. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm cutting your hair. I might build a relationship with my client. You know what I mean? My bar client, like my Kev from SAC, Leland from SAC. You know what I mean? The other bar, like that's where I build my relationships like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's another thing. Proximity. And I remember one of my mentors in SAC. One of really successful dude. He was like, proximity is important. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just plug yourself into the right area. And that's what happened when you talk about the team we had early on in SAC. Yeah. Some people know to get in proximity where it's going to happen, or the right nigga, you know what I mean? Or the nigga that can maybe support or teach them, put them on game with some shit to where it can really just happen automatically in a way. You know what I mean? Like, because a lot of times motherfuckers don't really understand what you're telling them anyway. They just need to be around it and just imitate it.
Yeah,
just kind of
a model.
A lot of times shit don't register right away.
A model.
I mean, we be thinking we communicating. Like you said, I was talking about certain shit. And he was like, well, let's hold up. Let's kind of speak to everybody because certain shit might not register because of the experience, maybe the context, the ideas that may be blocking it. People got blind spots. So that's another thing. So yeah, sometimes you just need to get around it because if your map of reality is broken, your shit is broken. And a lot of times people don't even know their map is broken. They trying to get to LA, but they keep ending up in New York and don't realize that the shit is broken. You're not gonna get to your destination because your map of reality is broken, and you really don't understand the shit you think you do, and you got a bunch of blind spots. But yet they don't, especially these days, everybody know everything because the information's there, right?
Man.
Everybody know everything. So you can't really teach no motherfucker these days.
Right.
Like, I don't even try no more. Like, it's like, you can't even
Can I tell you what I think I feel and hear from you? Yeah. You done poured into so many people, and you sound like you finally said, man,
I'm
if you
over
want it, take a
I
look.
got a book
Here we
for
go.
you. I got a book for you
I'm gonna
to
put it
read.
right. I'm gonna give it to you in a way where it's attainable if you're willing to reach and grab it,
Yes.
or be next to me and see it. But right now, I'm tunnel vision because when you went down there, Chuka, what I seen, you was on the you seemed more on the scene when you was out here. When you got down there, you went, but not like you was like falling off. I was like, he working on a master plan, like this dude. And then you'll see the shop a little bit. You'll start putting pieces out, and I'm like, ooh, you can see it coming together. You can see the progress. And then, not only that, I seen your fitness
That boy
journey
changed up,
is
didn't he?
this boy transformed and turned into a transformer in front of us. And I was proud of you though, because I was like, okay, I know what he doing. I don't know because I'm not there, but I watched you from a supportive distance, man, and I felt like you were building the whole Chuka up now, mind, body, and soul, man. Like, correct me if I'm wrong.
Well,
but
you realize, bro, at a certain point, you need to realize there's only a few fucking things that matter, bro. That's it.
Talk it.
But a few, and I remember, like, I knew this back when I was my late 20s. I remember I was like, man, you can really only focus on 3 things, bro. I mean, like, and so I've been on my triangle offense. Like, I mean, I got my shit. It's just 3 fucking things, nigga. It ain't everything. So yeah. And when 4 years ago, and the thing is, like, remember, I moved to LA end of 2018. The only year I had in LA was 2019. I opened up 2 shops. We had motion. I dropped my book. We was traveling. I was teaching the class, doing all the shit. The pandemic hit. Shit ain't never been the same. I ain't made no money. Pandemic and that expensive ass shop you was talking about, it took back all the money I ever made from barber shop plus more. I don't make no money on the shop, bro. I ain't no money I lose money every month on the shop. I keep it for the brand because my vision, I always wanted to put my vision, it's part of my vision, and I'm gonna hold on to it until I can execute the vision. If it don't play its role in the vision, then maybe that's a different thing.
Damn.
But the thing is that, like, yeah, 2020 pandemic hit, and then when pandemic coming back, we trying to execute, and we thinking that the results are going to be the same, and it wasn't, and it's not, and also too. So I'm like the business, the marketplace is changing, and it's going to keep changing. Yeah. How do I set myself up for the future? You know what I mean? Yeah. And so, like, I don't know if y'all seen the new trimmer that dropping, but
somebody just said yours is fire.
Yeah, bro, shout out to Pio Mulonda.
I haven't shared much of it yet, but I mean, it got like multiple patents in that too. I read that the whole blade mechanism is completely different. It's so simplified. There is no springs. There is no. It has a built-in blade setter. You don't need the blade setters, it's an internal blade setter. It's these blocks that you just swap out.
Internal blade setter.
Yeah. It's a trip. So and it sets it perfectly. So you can do 0.1 millimeter, which is basically 0 gap. All you do, I could show you. I mean, this is if I want to set my blade, bro. If I want to set the blade to the trimmer, I pop this motherfucker off. I slide out this. If I want to set the blade, and I just take off those 2 screws right there, and I could flip this block and get a whole different setting, and then I could grab another block and get a whole different setting, and another block. So it automatically sets it, so it gives you that 0 gap. Slightly below, like barely below 0.2 millimeters, then 0.3 and 0.4. So you have the range. Why do we need full range of motion? Niggas ain't gonna set your blade over the stationary blade because it's gonna cut motherfuckers. You're not gonna set it back too low because then they ain't gonna cut close enough like a trimmer. So you either want your set 0 gap, 0.1, damn near, you know what I mean? Or 0.2 or 0.3 if you want more of a comfort one, or 0.4 if you a heavy-handed motherfucker and you just be nicking the fuck out of me. Other than that, like, that's all you need. And dope. There's no spring. There's a tolerance stack that creates the tension too. So and I won't get into much detail, but that's all it is. So once you put those screws back in, bro, you just slide this motherfucker back in there.
Can you do me a favor? Can you do me a favor? Can you shoot a documentary? Can you shoot a documentary?
You just put that motherfucker back on like that. That's it.
Can you hear me?
And hold on. And then I also created this Barber sensory feedback system. Because so you get more sensory feedback from you know, when you drive a Porsche, when you're a driver, you want to feel the road, you want to feel the environment, you want to be connected to it. to be cut out from the sensory feedback of the environment, right? You want to feel the road and all that shit. You don't. If you a driver, you don't want to be in a fucking comfortable ass Rolls Royce where you can't hear nothing, you can't feel the ground because it's disconnected from your environment. So we artists, we professionals, we want to feel what we doing. That's why people like the crunch sound when you got the play.
Right.
So we added more sensory feedback in it and things of that nature to where you get a more it's a more enjoyable experience using the trimmer. And when you grab another trimmer, you realize that I'm missing. You realize there's some sensory feedback missing there, and you grab it. It's just funner, bro. It's more enjoyable to use. And I've been using it in the shop for some months now, and we're here going to production here soon.
I see something that I would love to have with that trimmer. I wouldn't want to have to stop and break that down because I got a kid coming and sitting in my chair. I would rather have those 4 different slides in already with that blade on, so I can just do a switch out like a guard.
Or you get your 2 sets, T. You get your 2. I was thinking at first I would keep one as a hitter, and I would keep one with that little small little break that he was talking about.
And the performance, because it's molded in a way to where it automatically it goes straight back and forth. It's not that wiggle sometimes in one raising because of the spring is kind of, you know what I mean? So
it's gonna lock in right there.
You know what I mean?
So I like that.
That shit is crazy.
But because you locking it in, it can't even be a man, it can't be off at all. It gotta be precise.
We did so many iterations to get this right, but that's why, because the thing, you have tolerances with molds. So you have tolerances means that it's not perfect. You can get damn near perfect, but metroscopic it's not perfect, but you damn near can get perfect. So, but that's why you got various options. So 0.1 is going to be that zero gap where you got to be cautious. You know what I mean? But you can just do 0.2. 0.2 is going to be half a hair below that, barely.
Got you.
And then you can do 0.3 if you want the comfort. So you have the range still, right?
So it's going to be sold with the blade, with the sliding blade as well, with these 4 different blocks.
So it's 3 blocks. One block has 2 settings on it, because with the 0.1 and the 0.2, you can just flip that block to get those settings.
Okay, gotcha.
Once you do 0.3, you can't flip it because they'll throw it too high. But so there's 3 blocks with 4 settings. Yeah.
Can we have an option just to buy that sliding blade so we can just put our blocks on there and just have them flip, 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 and not have to do the screwing?
That's a good idea, Brian. Just have multiple ones of these.
Yes,
and just pop it off and slide it in.
I can already have them already set, so it's like just taking it off, sliding it out, putting the new one in for my next client, and not have to take that extra time.
You might wanna do little consultations with T when you put your thing. When you put your stuff out, run it by this dude. I'm gonna tell you, Chuka, I'll come up with an idea, and Tamel will splice it up 3 different ways, or I'll be trying to solve a problem. That's one of his gifts. He will go
that quick, because most of the time, I just explain the concept real quick. The fact that you understood how it works and the
I loved it. I loved it. I just wanted the quickness with it. Be good for me.
Real quick, y'all. I hate this. That we got a format. We used to sit on here for hours, man, and we got this
juicy stuff,
right? But this the deal. We can't get off without you telling about your book, what it's for, who it's for, title, where people can get it. Please just share a little bit, man, because it's a big deal in the industry.
Yeah. So the Rich Barber method, it teaches you how to attract clients, keep them, and charge more. And what I did was and you mentioned something about that earlier, how I used to teach a lot of stuff on YouTube, you know what I mean? But it was all these spread out videos and stuff like that. And a lot of times, we get information, or people get information, but they don't have a framework, a model in which to really clarify and create the distinctions in the information and really understand it and dissect it better. So what I did was I created a model which allows you to break up Barber into 3 domains and understand how you can conquer and master each domain. And when you do that in a certain way, with certain mindsets and actions, stuff like that, then that creates that power to where basically you should be able to attract clients, keep them, and charge more. And the whole goal is to charge more in barbering. I know there's this whole weird shit going on, with whatever, when it comes to
say it.
I don't know. The thing is that I'm not saying it's weird in a sense that, but what I'm saying is that there's value is the marketplace and demand really ultimately determines your value. not
Yes, it
how
does.
you feel in your ego. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
and so I mean, I've had this conversation with barbers in the shop that they want to. They're not like, nigga, you sitting here doing nothing. You want to raise your prices? Like, why? Feels like like I rather cut it. I rather if I'm not if you gonna sit here and doom scroll, nigga, you might as well just doom scroll and just get $30.
Get 30. Get
like,
30. Jeezy just said this a week ago.
Yes.
Just said this at on our tour a week ago. Yes.
But there's like I said, people's maps of reality is broken as fuck, and it doesn't really match up with reality. Yeah, I mean, you can, and the thing is, you got to understand, and a lot of people don't get this, bro. There's this manifesting era that we're in, and everybody's like a manifester, and is like, yeah, and I'm like, I get it, I did it. The Rich Barber, that's what that was. But there's a context for all this. It's right in some cases, and it's wrong in some. There's right and it's wrong. It's not always right, or it's not either or. Sometimes it's both, nigga. You gotta do the action too. You gotta have the belief and do the action, and you gotta respect the economics and the marketplace and the reality that exists objectively, because it's the objective consciousness that's going to pay you for your service, nigga. You ain't paying yourself for your service,
man.
So there still needs to be a respect for that objective consciousness, that objective reality. And when people get on there and start disrespect as if that shit don't exist, not that still exists, nigga. You know what I mean? I can't. No matter how much I believe in selling a horse and buggy, ain't nobody gonna buy that motherfucker because there's cars nowadays, right? People are constantly aware that there's a better way of doing shit. You know what I mean? So I could think and imagine and manifest, but it's like, nigga, there's still objective reality that is a form of consciousness, just like you are a form of consciousness. You know what I mean? And it has its own ideas, concepts, and ways of seeing the world. You know what I mean? So there's a way you gotta fit into that too and cooperate with that. And so you're so absorbed in yourself and you don't respect, the objective reality of things. Your reality gets distorted. And like I said, you be trying to get to LA, you end up in New York, and you wonder why you keep doing that shit. You know what I mean? Because you don't really have that, you can't see both worlds and understand how to really integrate those properly. So I think the Rich Barber method really helps you do that, because not only does it tell you like the power of an idea, it gives you the structure and the framework on how to operate that idea. You know what I mean? In a way of taking action, in a way of building yourself up and your confidence and taking actions and being consistent with it and understanding the work, the intimate domains and understanding how it works as a whole, right? So we break it down small and focus, and then eventually you understand how it all works together.
I like
and then
that.
I think when people understand that, then it's like, okay, like I know what I need to do to get to where I want to go. Now I just need to do it, which is the hard part for a lot of motherfuckers too. You know what I mean? Because people these days just want to know, but you got to do too.
And does this book and these methods work for every barber?
Yeah, because the thing is that it has nothing to do with like I'm not. And again, the marketing behind a lot of this shit that people do, these marketing tactics, make shit seem like more complicated than it really is. You know what I mean? Just do the fundamentals and basics. The thing is that you got to see yourself as a product, and you need to become valuable and more valuable in the marketplace. And there's ways that you can create distinction between yourself and others. You know what I mean? By operating at a higher level and sharpening your communication skills and your client experience and respecting people's time, showing up on time, giving great haircuts, mastering. Like you can't get away from these things. You can't say like some people say, oh, it's all about experience haircuts. It's all about all the shit, bro. I don't say that my heart is less important than my fucking lung or eye. I need all my shit, nigga.
Man.
To be whole. I need all my shit to be whole. So,
Hey.
so be careful when people try to break shit up, because what they're trying to do is just sell you something that don't really, you know what I mean? That's all it is.
Yeah, like when you hear somebody say, you don't need them old ways no more. You don't need to go out and talk to clients and pass out a car. You just, let me show you how you get it all on the internet. Yeah.
But look, all the thing is, but look how it's harder to reach people these. The change again, you don't got control of the algorithm, nigga. You got control of what you bring to the marketplace, your value. You ain't got control of the algorithm. You know what I mean? So control this shit first before you start worrying about because then I don't give a fuck what the algorithm do, nigga.
Take it. Get your community. Get your community that you can touch right now.
Community.
Chuka. So look, man, we can't.
Bro, you can play that game later on. You can play that game. I'm not saying don't.
Right. But you saying?
I mean, marketing in the book, it says promote yourself to a higher status. That's the mindset, nigga. That's the effort. It's saying don't wait for motherfuckers to do it. Promote yourself.
Yes.
Don't wait, because we be taught that we have to wait for someone to. Nah, nigga. If you got mastery, if you put in the work, you got the mastery skills. If you got your client experience down, bro, when you promote yourself to a higher status and you promote yourself, when people come experience you, they experience.
They gonna go out there and promote you too.
Exactly.
They gonna get the real experience, nigga. But if you ain't really got the stuff behind it, if you ain't got the skills, if you ain't got the experience, if you ain't got the, you know what I mean? And a lot of times people they start off wrong, and it's so hard to transition.
It's like when you start something with bad habits, and it's kind of hard.
They pick the wrong
it's like you
shot,
gotta unlearn.
And they just fuck themselves from the beginning. And the thing is just because you didn't have the game, nigga. I gave you the game. The book is there.
Where do they get it? Where do they get that?
I won't even say get the book right now. Go get the trimmer, because I'm giving.
Hey, you don't need to learn.
Oh wait, hold on. You sound like you had a package. He had a package.
Okay. I got a special offer right now for those that pre-order the trimmer, because it's not going to ship until like late April, early May.
Okay.
But in May, I've never done this before. I'm doing a 4-week, a 1 day for 4 weeks. I'm doing the whole Rich Barber method, like I'm doing it live. Okay. So I'm gonna go more in depth in this shit. So we're gonna cover the concepts and everything. We're gonna go more depth. And we're gonna have Q&A and everything. So it's if you really want a more like in-depth experience and something I've never done before. I've taught the method for like an hour at a seminar and shit like that, but I've never did 4 2-hour sessions of teaching it. And so because there's that weight and you support me early on, I'm gonna give that to y'all so that y'all can not only get the trimmer, but by the time you get that motherfucker, you ready to go. You know what I mean? Like, you got the game, you know what you got to do to get to where you want to go, and you actually have a game plan. You know what I mean?
How much is the trimmer selling for? How much you selling the trimmer for?
Right now it's $30 off plus the all the bonuses, and so that's $140 right now.
I want to give you.
Where can I get my? Where can go
so in my bio on my link tree in Chuka the Barber in the bio, there's a link that says prolific trimmer. And
are you able to share that link with us so we could put it on this caption? At not this moment, but are you able to do that?
Oh yeah, like after the call?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, afterwards, I would love to put that in the caption so anybody watching this afterwards, because this will be on YouTube. Then they could, you know, if you inspire watching this, which everybody is, I would love for them to be able to get the trimmer. I want to give you some of your flowers from the comments real quick though, and then I got one more thing. We didn't violated our time because you just got it's just too much of a good story, man.
I ain't done one of these in like 4 years, my nigga. So
hey, we appreciate you. We appreciate you though. Baby said I love him. She love it. Willie Blends, he said the Rich Barber method gave me a career. Baby said God knew what he was doing when he put Lonnie and Tamel in my life. The people I've been introduced through them is priceless. So just to even turn you on to other people, but it was another one up here. I would love to know where Pio is from. Where you from, Pio? Pio said, I learned a lot watching your videos, brother. All those videos and motivations had set a strong foundation to my barber career. I thank you. Hold on, we got another one. I think we had a couple of questions in here too.
Hey, throw an extra sliding blade in my package.
Oh, Tamel went and got it already.
Yeah, I got that, bro. That's that. I always support my guy. I got the book. Man, we hella proud of you, my dude. Rick the Barber. So Rick just opened the shop. I don't know, Rick. These questions might not be for Chuka no more. Chuka, I think these was before we found out that Chuka was like, man, I don't want to manage these cats. He's like, I'm doing. yeah. Watch the video.
The thing is that it's I mean, it's not my, like, I realize it'll take away from what I can actually give more to the industry. I feel like my place is, but some places, you know, if the shop is your calling, some people have that natural ability to manage and the patience. And stuff like that. I like I tell barbers that come work for me that we want self-managing people. You know what I mean? That can manage themselves.
I feel you on that, boy. I feel you on that. Okay, so this is my personal thing. I kind of touched on it earlier, but again, man, I give flowers. I seen you do a physical transformation, dude, and like, what was that about? Why was that important to you? You know, it looked like the older you get, the more in shape you get, the younger you look. What was that about, and what was the leap you did to do that?
Man, I don't know.
Like, why was it important?
Well, bro, I invest a lot of money in my health, bro. I've been on this biohacking shit for 8 years, like long before a lot of people, know about it. I've done stem cell, I've done ozone therapy, I've done fucking I've done a lot of shit, bro. A lot of shit. I do peptides, all that. So it's like if I was to choose like three, like I said, if I was to choose three things that I really, really want, this would be one of them. You know what I mean? Health. Like, how do I look? You know what I mean? My best physique. What would my ideal physique be? And I want to be able to run this marathon, nigga. And so I've been in like entrepreneur like programs with like these motherfuckers that 80 years old with more energy than motherfuckers. I mean, they doing their best work in their 70s, 80s. Say they feel better than they did in their 40s, but they invest in their health. It costs a lot. I mean, I spent a lot of money on this shit, bro. But you can't put a price on health. Yeah. And I know that, like, I was like, man, when I launched this trimmer, and it took longer than I thought, bro. But I was like, I want to like have certain things in place and ready to go. You know what I mean? And so it was kind of more of just like preparation too for what I'm about to do. So I wanted to have all the vitality and energy in the world. And I wanted to have my physique tight to where I could just maintain it, and I don't have to go as hard once I really start getting back active and doing a lot more things than just building the product. And so, that was kind of the game plan behind that.
Dope.
We got to have you back when your trimmer releases, because we got to talk so much more about like the rollout, ambassadorship, whatever you might have going for that. But before we let you go, you're really into fashion. Man. I realize that. I mean, you don't wear much clothes. You're always in the tank top for some damn reason. I don't know why.
I'm not in the fashion the way people may think I am. Because I don't.
You should be.
Well, the thing is that I appreciate fashion, and I understand that finding your aesthetic. You know what I mean? Like, I remember when I first was trying to find buying luxury brands, and I bought other shit and this fucking like and just shit didn't fit me right because of when I Rick. I mean, it just complimented like my shape, physique, body structure. You know what I mean? So when you find that, and then also too, I'm a uniform guy. You see me always I'm always in a Rick Owens tank top.
Easy to go.
Pants with some, you know what I mean? And I just swap out the colors, and if I want to layer it, I can layer it with shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But it is my uniform, and so I don't have all these like patterns and shit in my closet to where I gotta like put it together. I could just snatch shit out and swap out colors and throw layers on, bro. You know what I mean? And people, and it is fashionable because it's Rick Owens, so bro. I could be fashionable without really trying. You know what I mean? And if I shop, I'm either looking at Rick Owens or Fear of God or something like that. But that's it, bro. I don't
Fear of God, that's my boy, man. I cut his brother's hair. He always dropping me some pieces all the time, bro. Well, yeah, I see your fashion, and I thought that maybe you might be into it way more than I thought, but it might be a lane for you, especially as a model or tying in with being some type of fashions or some type of designers person.
Well, that's another. I appreciate good design. I learned a lot about that being in LA, bro. That's one thing. Like being around creatives out here and working with certain people, I built a more like dealing with fashion, and you build more an aesthetic eye and appreciation for fashion, and I also have an appreciation for simplicity. But how do you make that like attractive, right? And that's like when you look at the trimmer, it's very simple, but when you look at it, it has this like it's just put together right? But it's not like I see there's a lot of trends. It's like trimmer fucking will light up and do a backflip and all kind of shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like it just got a lot going on, and that's not really my aesthetic. It's not really like bright lights and neon lights and all kinds of logos and things going, bells and whistles. It's more like, how do we make it look luxury in a simple way with the proper like
functionality?
Yeah. And functionality. How do you integrate all that? So that was the goal. I mean, in regards to the look. But this trim, the way it feels, I mean, I love it.
All right.
Man, this was it, man. Yeah, we got to, and can we get one last one from them, T? Just one piece of game for the next generation of barbers, man, trying to build what you built.
Yes, sir.
It's courage is just Like, I know people want to complicate shit, and the thing is, like, you're gonna have to apply courage, and a lot of times people think that they should have the confidence at the beginning. Confidence comes at the end, after you have the courage. After you're gonna go through that, because you're gonna feel fear. So first you got to commit. So commit to something, right? Like I committed to 3 things, and commit first. You got to commit. Then you got to have that courage to go through that. The dark. You got to go through that uncertainty, that unpredictability, that newness. So you got to have the courage to go through that, because you're gonna experience doubt and fear. And then, but once you go through that, you build the capability, and then the confidence come at the end. So don't look at it. Don't look at trying to be confident at the beginning. Just commit. And when you commit, you're going to apply courage. And then after you go through it, you'll have capability, and then you'll have confidence at the end. And I learned that through strategic coach, founder Dan Sullivan, a great concept, because a lot of times people expect to have confidence when you're going into trying to be a barber, but it's all new. So you just commit, and then have the courage and move through that fear and doubt. And then you'll build capabilities along the way, and then you'll build confidence, and then you'll apply that again. You'll have to commit to your next growth level, which is going to take courage, and then a commitment, courage, and then you'll build that capability, and then you'll have that confidence, and you'll do it again. And that's how you constantly expand. So that's that growth phase and steps. So
and that's true to life, though. That's true to life. When you start out as a barber, you're scared, but you have to have the commitment to push past that fear. And then once you get good at it, then you have that confidence, like next.
That's what make confidence. When you don't know, you're not confident. You're scared because you don't know. So go know. And the only way you're going to know is go and do. Chuka, I don't know if you can feel it, but you got 2 cats on the screen that's proud of you. We salute you. Really, I think we really honored that we were able to capture that piece of this relationship before you even went off to LA, man. I just want to thank everybody who came in, man. I'm literally going to go watch this again. That's how much I enjoyed this. That's how much we couldn't hardly cut it off, man. We got our guy Payo all the way from Zambia. Appreciate you tapping in. Everybody, please make sure to subscribe, share this type of info so we could keep bringing you just powerful things like this that could help you along the way with your journey, man. And I just got to say happy Tuesday, man. We do this when we do this, T?
Every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This is the For the Culture podcast. Got something new coming up for y'all.
Boy, they don't know.
But Chuka, don't go nowhere. Stay in the keep your video on. We're gonna go ahead and end this show, but we're gonna holler at you in the back room. Everybody enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you guys next weekend.
For the culture, for the culture, for the culture, 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 for the culture.